The flashlight beam cut through the dark like a knife, pinning me inside my tent at 2:30 in the morning. "Get out right now," the woman barked. "This is private HOA property." Deputy Harlan stood beside her, hand near his holster, looking like he'd rather be anywhere else. I crawled out in my thermal shirt, boots untied, the cold mountain air slapping my face. "Mr. Barrett," Harlan said, "we've got a trespass complaint. Need you to pack up and vacate." "I own this ranch," I told him, voice steady despite the adrenaline. "Inherited it 6 months ago from my grandfather, Harold Barrett. 200 acres, Crystal Lake included." The woman, Eleanor Hayes, president of Ridgeview Meadows HOA, smiled like she'd won before the game started. "Ownership is complicated, Mr. Barrett. Ridgeview has maintained this land since 2019 under adverse possession. We've invested in community housing." I handed Harlan my inheritance papers, still warm from the glove box. "Harold lived here until the day he died. Taxes paid, utilities on, maintenance logged for 40 years. Eleanor opened a leather folio, county seals gleaming. "Abandonment laws favor improvement over sentiment. 15 families now call this home." 15? I counted 8 manufactured homes near the gate. No playground, no trails, no community center. Just stakes and survey tape where the pines used to stand. Harlan glanced at Eleanor's documents, then mine. "Sir, her filing looks official. I'll need you to leave so we can sort this at the courthouse." Packing under her watchful eyes felt like surrendering the only place I'd ever felt my grandfather's hand on my shoulder. As I loaded the truck, Eleanor stepped away to take a call. "Sound carries across water. Phase 1 secured," she whispered. "Target unaware of full claim. Phase 2 starts Monday, 50 units, mining survey complete. Coleman Partners wired the deposit." Coleman Partners. Her maiden name. This wasn't housing. It was a land grab. I drove out slow, rearview mirror showing Eleanor silhouetted against the lake, construction rigs half hidden in the trees. My grandfather's ranch wasn't facing a paperwork mix-up. It was targeted for demolition and profit. Morning coffee tasted like ash in the motel off Highway 50. I opened my laptop and started digging. Ridgeview Meadows HOA website boasted 200 acres of family-friendly living. Reality: 8 homes, no amenities, and a president with a California fraud conviction under her maiden name. County Recorder Janet Klein answered on the first ring. "Ryan Barrett? I've been waiting for your call." Eleanor Hayes filed adverse possession 3 months after Harold's obituary. She's done this to 3 other ranches in the county: Henderson, Jenkins, Morales. All lost. "Water rights," I said, piecing it together. "The ranch controls the aquifer for the whole valley." Bingo. Developers pay millions for that kind of leverage. I visited the 8 families. Widow Laura Jenkins handed me coffee and tears. We gave Eleanor $15,000 each for permanent lots. She promised ownership after 5 years. No deeds, no titles, just her word. That night, neighbor Agnes Porter slipped me an envelope. "Harold gave me this before he passed. Said if anyone tried to steal the ranch, give it to Ryan." Inside, a letter in grandfather's handwriting, original 1978 deed, survey maps, and a retainer agreement with attorney Victoria Lang. Harold had documented Eleanor's scouting visits, fake county badges, secret soil tests. He'd even photographed her meeting mining reps while he was on hospice. Victoria met me in a brick office downtown, files already open. "Your grandfather built a fortress. Eleanor's moving for emergency possession Friday. Claims public hazard from abandonment. We counter with fraud, bribery, environmental crimes." She laid out the plan: freeze transfers, federal probe, class action for victims. But we needed the community. Thursday night, the community center smelled of coffee and righteous anger. 15 families packed the room. 8 from Ridgeview. 7 neighbors Eleanor had threatened. Victoria projected Harold's photos. Eleanor in a county vest, drilling rigs at dawn, bribe envelopes changing hands. Laura Jenkins stood first. She took our savings. Promised us homes. Retired Marine Frank Morales slammed the table. She told me I'd lose my land if I talked. No more. Eleanor burst in with 2 security guards. "This meeting violates HOA covenants. Get out." The room roared in unison. She left, face pale, guards trailing. Friday's hearing packed the courthouse. Judge Harlan, ironic name, Listened as Eleanor's lawyer spun tales of blight and community need. Victoria countered with Harold's evidence, resident testimony, federal affidavits. Eleanor's son Daniel took the stand. My mother targets dying owners, he said. Plans evictions the day deeds transfer. Sold mining rights for $12 million. Eleanor lunged. You traitor. Order. Judge Harlan banged the gavel. Adverse possession denied. Ownership confirmed to Ryan Barrett. Eleanor Hayes remanded to federal custody. Fraud, conspiracy, environmental violations. The room erupted. Laura hugged me. Frank saluted. Agnes wiped tears. 6 weeks later, agents sealed drill sites, hauled contaminated soil. 8 families received full refunds plus relocation. Eleanor's assets funded the Harold Barrett Land Defense Trust. I turned the ranch into headquarters. Workshops on deeds, fraud detection, water rights. The lake hosts family camps where kids learn what their grandparents fought for. Some nights I sit by the fire, Harold's journal open. Property isn't what you own. It's what you protect for those who come after. Mission understood. Now it's your turn. In the comments, tell me plain. When a suit with fake papers tries to bulldoze your family's legacy, do you fold, do you lawyer up, or do you rally the neighbors and make the truth louder than their lies? I read every one. The fire's still burning.